Now, you all may know that I am a big fan of the original Xbox. I've covered many different facets of the system over the years on the channel, but this one is a little different, and I definitely want to cover it because a particular news story came out today on Kotaku talking about a new Easter egg that was discovered after nearly 20 years of the original Xbox's launch up until today, of course. And an Easter egg is something that is just hidden in the code that can be potentially unlocked to reveal some kind of cool new feature or different screen or something. Now, the Kotaku article talks about a new discovery that was just made. And it goes on to say that a developer who worked on the Microsoft original 2001 Xbox console who wishes to remain anonymous informed Kotaku of a hidden Easter egg in the Xbox dashboard that's remained undiscovered for nearly 20 years. They told us how to trigger the secret, which displays a previously unknown credit screen. Surely enough, it works. Now, the concept of a Easter egg is not new to the original Xbox dashboard. In 2017, I believe there was the Xbox Easter egg that was discovered when you rip an audio CD and name the rip Xbox, just like it's labeled here. And once you do that correctly, the Xbox will then reboot itself and show a new screen completely different from the dashboard itself, with a list of credits, which is really, really cool. But when I tried to do this on my system here, it didn't work, and it's probably because I need the DVD dongle to actually proceed and get past this screen. But it does work, and a video was made back in 2017 outlining exactly how to set it up. Now, this new Easter egg that was discovered just yesterday is very similar to that, and what you need to do is insert a audio CD, rip it, but this time replace the soundtrack title with the words Timmy with 26 Y's on the end of it and an exclamation point right at the end. And once you actually rip the disc and then go into the system info, you'll see credits for the Xbox dashboard team. And this is really interesting because these are the members of the Microsoft Xbox team that developed the Xbox dashboard. Now look, you could say this isn't really that interesting at the end of the day, and sure, but it's very cool to talk about these particular Easter eggs. And I say that because even the Kotaku article has mentioned here that a former developer wasn't really sure why it took so long for this Easter egg to get uncovered. And if you recall, there was a Microsoft leak where the Xbox kernel and the dashboard code was leaked. Now, I'm not suggesting that it was a full leak of the Xbox dashboard source code. In fact, I'm not really sure how complete that particular leak was. I just kind of assumed that these types of Easter eggs can be easily discovered just by looking at the source code. As mentioned, the source code for the Xbox dashboard and the Xbox kernel has been leaked out there, but there must be something more to this, and I probably am led to believe that the leak that occurred last year with the Xbox source code was not complete, because this would have been something that would have gotten picked up pretty quickly. But the other side to this particular story as well is, look, it's been 20 years. The Xbox has well and truly been defeated, reverse engineered, whatever you want to call it. The kernel was extracted and decrypted, and it's been reverse engineered, analyzed, and reconstructed. The original Team Executor group and some of the homebrew dev groups at the time that were rebuilding the BIOS images to support homebrew and add things like large hard drive support and stuff like that, the ability to run an FTP server directly from the kernel itself, all that stuff was done as a result of reverse engineering. So it's very interesting to me that some of these Easter eggs were never actually located at the time. Now, this particular developer that announced this particular Easter egg was asked about why it took so long to actually find out, and he responded with, "I can't really answer that. You may have thought someone would have found it, and I do think the source code was out there, but it's possible the dashboard source wasn't leaked and it's just the main OS libraries that are out there. Hackers are pretty amazing, so I guess I should be surprised it wasn't known. And I tend to agree with him. I guess the only reason why this particular Easter egg was not discovered was the leaks that occurred last year did not include the complete dashboard source code, or maybe none of it. It's very hard for me to actually confirm that at this time. But the other interesting thing I want to go back to is Seamus Blackley. Now, in 2017, he tweeted out there was an Easter egg that nobody has noticed as far as he can tell. And when asked about this recently, he did acknowledge that this new Timmy Easter egg was not the one that he was referring to. So he believes that there is still a Easter egg that has yet to be found. And once again, going back to the amount of reverse engineering, hacking, and just basically people completely tearing apart the original Xbox, this particular Easter egg being still out there 20 years later is just astounding to me. So Seamus Blackley did go on to confirm that the Easter egg revolves around the Xbox's boot animation and not the Timmy secret that was just discovered, which is really interesting. So the big takeaway here is Easter eggs are cool. I love seeing when this happens on any system, but it's really cool to see it on the OG Xbox. But I guess there's still more out there to be discovered. There is at least one more that's yet to be discovered. And if it revolves around the boot animation, that also gives me pause, because once again, hackers have well and truly dissected the Xbox boot animation. And I will even go further as to say that I believe that source code was actually leaked as part of the bigger Xbox leak that happened a few years ago. So in theory, it shouldn't be hard to find what Seamus Blackley is referring to, but as it happens, it's been 20 years and we're still trying to figure it out. So let me know what you think about this particular Easter egg discovery in the comments below. I think it's really cool, but I want to hear what you guys have to say. We are going to leave it here for this episode, guys. If you liked it, don't forget to leave me a thumbs up, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye for now.